Yeah, yeah. Good morning to everyone. My name is Konstantin. I try to be on time, introduce our international collaboration in a good manner. Yeah, uh, yeah, exactly. Um, Now, a little bit briefly about the history of that initiative. It was the year 2019. We were in epicenter or in the middle of COVID-19 pandemic. It has been interrupt our lives, our normal way of living. Especially it has been influenced our work at CAP Network because before the COVID-19, we were very so much proactive. We bring the actors together for the workshops, for some kind of networking events, info seminars, and so on. But 2019, we were exactly in the middle of that time, difficult time when we were getting online, but to organize or to substitute the full range of our services that we are providing from the ground to virtual world, it was a little bit difficult, actually, extremely difficult. And most difficult situation was a little bit sometime before the 2019 when we have been actively discussed with our Nordic Baltic colleagues from CAP Networks that probably it's already, we see the finish line of the current programming period. We have a lot of good innovative examples, innovation clusters in Estonia, for example, EIP operational groups. Some of them are very innovative. We need to, to more disseminate, to show to the broader society, not only in our Nordic Baltic region, but for other European countries, including the European Commission, to show broadly the best project examples physically in the framework of one huge 2-day-long international conference. During the first part, we're introducing our innovative solutions. During the second part, probably it's more networking activities. So we let the participants to speak with each other, to change their experiences, positive, negative one, and to maybe, why not, to build up a preliminary agreements on the future or forthcoming innovative initiatives. That was our plan. But then came COVID, and we decided that probably we definitely will continue. And we took already early on the 2021 a goal to organize that event virtually. So we were in amount of 4 people, plus our Erik, who is responsible for technical part. We start to negotiate among ourselves and with our Nordic Baltic colleague how to organize that event, launch event. And it took place on 26th of August, 2021. So we solved on the run, but very smoothly, every kind of different aspects, technical background. We found the speakers for each of 4 sessions from 3 Nordic Baltic countries, Finland, Estonia, Latvia. So we found a very good moderator outside the organization. Visualization was under the control, registrations, feedback forums, and so on. So it was a practically full-day event online with the different sessions. We also involved ENRD contact point at that time in the EIP Agri-Service facility. So we succeeded with that. And shortly after the launch event, we met online with our colleagues, main organizers team, and we shared with each other our reflections concerning that workshop. There was 3 blocks of feedback that we received after the launch event. The first one, you need to definitely to continue. That was a plus, okay. Second one was you need to shorten a little bit that kind of online events, because otherwise it's very difficult to survive and more or less in the good mental conditions. because 6.5 hour online to follow all the presentations in very concentrated way. They are quite concrete. Innovation solution, 15 minutes, another 15 minutes, another one, the 6.5 hours. It's very intensive way, actually. Okay. And the third one was please stay in the future more focused. Please change one certain topic to try to make the workshop as short as possible, and probably it will be the best solution. So we have been decided that we will continue with thematic workshops, the duration of each 1.5 hours. In the frame of each, we will present firstly 3 country-based innovation solutions or project examples. A little bit later, Poland also have been joining us, so we now, so to say, the club of 4 countries on the board. So since September 2021, we continued with these thematic workshops. A little bit about the statistics. I think they participated in total a little bit over than 800. But these people were registered officially and participated online in Zoom. But as we are recording each presentation and uploading to the YouTube, I think the amount of the participants and amount of the viewers in the YouTube, this will be even more than 2,000 people. We organized already 14 online events. By the end of the year, probably 16. There were a little bit less than 50 participants by each workshop. I tried to.
That's okay. You can go back and forth.
Okay. In average, 50 people participated at one special day and special time, all across the Europe. Participants. Also, participants were from the countries quite outside of the European Union, like India, for example, Iran, a couple of countries from Africa. But anyway, it was really interesting experience for us all because, how to say, during the 1.5 hour, in principle, you will get a very good overview in terms of the innovation practices in one or another sector. For example, in beekeeping, some robots, biosensors, and so on, IT systems. We have been carried out that there is a seasonality in terms of the period when you are carried out all the workshops. So the lowest one was and continuously stays during the September and November. We think that it's connected with that farmers are still on the field till the end of October. They are extremely busy, so probably they don't have so much time and space to participate. And the highest was during the winter period, January and March, when the season is far away over. They have a lot of time to take a rest before the field work starts. That is the logic. And among the most popular one, of course, not surprisingly for me, there were more or less 5 topics: farm data, waste management, smart farming, and renewable energy. During the 2.5 years, practically, we actually, as a team, we faced a lot of challenges. I will say that it's like lifelong learning. We are still in the middle of that because when you're organizing such kind of event nationally, physically or online, they are smooth very well because you know very well your colleagues from neighboring, so to say, office or something like that. It's easy to act together, and you know who is more or less the group of the participants. But when you're acting internationally with your colleagues from the other countries, you know them in person, yeah, of course, but still we all have a little bit some kind of differences in the culture, in working culture, the language also somehow is issue. And after that, how to communicate with them online. Yeah, this is another issue. So at the early beginning, we clearly understood that we need to share our responsibilities. To act as a team in the future is much more better, logical, if we are sharing all the responsibility, because otherwise when one person is responsible for everything in terms of the planning and carrying out all the workshops, it will be very challenging for that person. It's a separate job actually. So early in the beginning we separated or we shared our responsibilities, so that each partner is responsible for one workshop. So for example, in September Finland responsible, in October Estonia, in November Latvia is responsible for certain workshops. Then we agreed on topics for each so-called season. Topic selection was made accordingly to the feedback we received during the previous workshops. Then was quite challengeable to share the responsibilities in terms of the technical knowledge. Because, for example, a Zoom platform, in some countries this is a normal, everyday working tool, is officially allowed. The managing authorities in some countries, due to the privacy policy, is not allowed. Also, for example, METK.com, this is an online platform, was elaborated in the United States, again, privacy policy. And other kind of, how to say, the virtual working instruments, Padlet, for example, so many I have mentioned, registration forms, and so on. So during the 3.5 years, we have been tried different platforms, different techniques. Really? 1 minute? Okay. We're still in the middle of a learning process, especially maybe the crucial one, how to promote our events, because separately as an organization we have, each organization have their own information channels. Probably we need to make some kind of risk assessments and to elaborate some dissemination promotion plan. Who is responsible for what informational channel? Otherwise, it's still, how to say, quite unpredictable process when in one workshop, when one day you will get on board 100 participants, in another one 15. So we need to harmonize that a little bit to make that process more constant. In 2023, we felt that we are a little bit more advanced. We need to make something different. And based on our previous experience in EIP transnational cooperation, together with Finnish partners, we start to think that we need to discuss it a little bit, because the lessons learned quite well, and we should continue in new programming period. And definitely to try to harmonize call for applications for transnational IAPs. So the first thing we have done, we invite to our negotiations paying agencies, because these are very important actors, and their meaning and their availability and the present on these meetings is very important, because paying agencies are separate organizations. They are making a plan for the next year. They have some limited human capacity, their own budget, working time. So we can, in 2023, we have been organized many online meetings, one physical one on a regular basis. We definitely will continue in 2024 and 2025 till the first joint call for application will be launched. And probably this time, as we agreed, or as we preliminary agreed in September, probably it will happen in September, in 2025 in 4 countries. It could be that. But for that purpose, definitely we need to solve some very critical questions. First of all, we need to receive a very detailed feedback from the farmers. Does they need the transnational cooperation? Does it give to the operational groups some certain added value? Is there a need to take over some kind of existing innovative solutions from Finland, Sweden, and oppositely? And the second one, how to organize, how to bring these people together. Because the methods are a lot, 1,000,001. It can be a huge brokerage bench, it can be a hackathon, it could be some kind of huge innovation camp. So we need to decide among ourselves which strategy, which logic we should implement. But I think collectively we will definitely succeed with that. Concerning the plans, yeah, most important point. Sorry about that. 1 minute more. Yeah. As the thematic workshops were very
It's okay, you can continue.
okay. As thematic workshops were very actable and reliable during the COVID-19, when the people were at home, and we introduced in the frame of that workshops already finished or practically finished EIP operation group results. This time, these thematic workshops very, how to say, inspiring. But right now, when the current programming period starts, first call for applications already runs. Next year will be opened another ones. So we are thinking to change a little bit philosophy, maybe, of Network to Innovate, and to, how to say, to reform the structure of our workshops. For example, one idea is to organize some kind of Nordic Baltic EIP operation groups coffee breaks online, when we are inviting new operation groups across the Baltic Sea, and we let them speak. We speak with each other separately. What are the bottlenecks? What are the success stories? How the lives go on? In parallel, we're introducing updated fresh information from Horizon Europe world, from the EIP Agri-Service Facility point of view, new focus group, new events when they can take a part. And second idea just freshly came yesterday evening from Pavel, from Polish Rural Network. He just suggested to organize thematic workshops, but the participants are young scientists. Who are the young scientists? PhD students and freshly graduated ones, who are proactive, very young, enthusiastic, who are dealing mostly in very innovative, fresh solutions, what could be easily implemented on practice. So that's our thoughts. Thanks for your attention. Here is the new website of Network Innovate. It has been freshly updated. We uploaded our faces, description of our profiles, and stay tuned with the forthcoming. Thanks.